What is up, guys? NBZ here, and as you can probably tell, I have just recently hit the ridiculous number, which just doesn't even make sense in my mind. I've just hit 10,000 subscribers, which just, wow, seriously ridiculous. 3 years ago when I started doing all this, I was like, you know what, if I could get to 1,000 subscribers, like TSP got to 1,000 and Xerxes and all those guys, I was like, wow, how amazing would it be to get to 1,000? And now I'm sitting here at 10 times that number, and I don't even understand. So, you know what, the community's just grown so much over this past year and a half or so, or however long it's been, and people have just been growing ridiculously quickly. But I've been here since pretty much the beginning, since the inception of narrated battles on YouTube, and it's kind of crazy to think I've been doing this for 3 whole years now. It's been over 3 years. In fact, the first video I uploaded was in April of 2008, which it was actually when I was 16. It was GCSE year, and it was quite funny because my GCSEs were just about to start, and I was like, you know what, I just got into competitive battling in September, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to post these videos, and as soon as GCSEs finished, I started posting more and more, and it just started getting bigger and bigger, and there were not many people doing it that time, so I just kind of found my way, and people enjoyed my stuff, and it's just kind of crazy to think about sitting here that 10,000 individual people watched one of my videos, thought, you know what, I like this guy, and clicked the subscribe button, and it's really, really amazing. I really don't know what else to say. I've thought so many times in the past about giving this stuff up and leaving it behind. It's a lot of effort, it's a lot of work, but the thing is, I always just keep coming back to it. It's because of you guys. It's because your comments you leave and the feedback you give me, and so many people just who tell me, you've inspired me to start playing, and inspired me to start narrating, which is just crazy in my mind, because back then when I was watching the big three at the time, they were such huge inspirations on me that I wanted to start doing it, and to think that I've done that to other people that's just awesome. So big thank you just to everyone who's supported me over the years, and especially to those guys who have been watching since the beginning. I know there's just a few of you left now, but if you have been here since 2008 and been watching me since those days, then I thank you even more, because being able to do this for this long and to keep people support and keep people watching for that long is really just awesome. And there's a lot of people who have been watching my stuff for a while. I've never played them before, but I know that they're always there, and I definitely want to play these people at points, and give them my gratitude for how long they've been around. And of course, if you're new as well, that's awesome. That's just freaking cool. In general, I don't really know what else to say. I've got something coming up in a second, which I hope will be of interest to you guys. It's actually a battle that I never posted on YouTube. It's around 2 minutes long, and it was my first ever attempt at a narration, which is kind of funny because I wanted to practice before I first narrated any game here. So I basically just took this game where it was really short. The guy had to run. There's this guy from O&M called Nachos. Some people may remember him if you remember O&M, but yeah, he had to run in the end, but it was the first game that I sat down in front of my computer and started talking to myself. I kind of felt really weird at the time, and it was just kind of strange, sitting down there and trying to talk to nothing, as it were. And now it just seems so, so easy to do. So something that I do all the time and not really weird at all, but back then I was kind of weirded out, and especially it was so strange for me because I'd never heard any British narrators narrate before. So yeah, that's what I'm going to put up in a second. But there are so many people I have to thank for everything, but I can't really, I'm going to miss too many people out, but it's been a hell of a ride, guys, and here's hoping we can go further and do even more stuff. So You know, there's Shuckle there hanging around, as he has always been since the beginning. Funnily enough, Shuckle is actually used in this match, which is, I didn't even realise how much of an impact he would have on my YouTube, but, you know, it's funny that things come around like that. And, yeah, so, overall, I'm pretty, crazy at the moment. This is just weird, and, I just cannot thank you guys enough. You've been awesome, and especially just, you know, I wouldn't do this if you didn't leave your comments and your feedback, which is most important to me. You know, there's no reason to upload if you don't get comments from people telling you, you know, things that you're doing wrong or things you're doing right or everything. So that is always an important thing. So if you do want to leave some comments, that's great. You know, I enjoy looking at them. And, you know, let me know how long you've been watching. If you are one of those people who's been around since 2008, I would love to know, because I would love to play you guys, because you've been with me for a long time, and I need to, you know, show that some respect. So here we go. We've got a game here against Nachos, narrated by me, a 16-year-old me, a very naive young child boy thing who doesn't really know how to speak into a microphone and kind of sound like he has a head cold. So here you go, guys. Hope you enjoy, and I cannot thank you enough. And I'll see you very soon as I get another game up. So here we go.
Hey, this is MBZ, and I'm narrating me versus Nachos on an Earn battle. And so I lead off with my Azelf, he leads off with Hippowdon. There's not much he can do. I grass knot him, and takes him down nicely. Obviously he didn't really have a special wall, couldn't do much there, and had to take the grass knot, and it takes him out in one, which was good. Had expert belt attached as well, just to make sure. I'm afraid this Garchomp is scarfed, so I'm going to switch out to Gliscor, and luckily I get some Sandbale hacks there. And now I'm thinking I want to knock off the switch in, because he's not going to stay in with the crunch, because it's not going to do much, and luckily I get to knock off this guy's black sludge, which was quite helpful. Now I stay in here because I forget that I'm slower than Tentacruel, and unluckily I get some crit hacks, so I was planning to EQ him there, but didn't quite work. And it works out quite nicely actually, because I bring in Dugtrio, Choice Band, Adamant, EQ, super effective, takes him down, and he can't escape because of Arena Trap, which is really nice. Now he brings out his Garchomp again. Now I'm fearing the Scarf again, and I don't think I can take it out with a Choice Banded EQ, so I switch to this guy to take the crunch. I get a bit of a defense down luring hacks there, but that's alright, because Fortress is a beast. And I set up some Stealth Rock. He brings in Infernape. Now it's obviously that I'm going to switch, so if I were him I would have nasty plotted, but luckily for me he just flamethrowers, and I switch in Shuckle, which is an absolute beast. Unfortunately I get some crit hacks, but doesn't really matter because Shuckle is a beast in Sandstorm, and plus mine has a plus special defense nature, plus 252 EVs. Now I should have really encored him there, because if I encored him there he would have just been stuck in nasty plot, and so he couldn't really have attacked me much. But I get the Toxicking, which is nice, pass it down, and I encore him there. Now my plan is to switch to Tyranitar, so that he can't actually do much, because he'll have to flamethrower me. And bring in Tyranitar to set up sub. Now he can't really do anything, so he's stuck on flamethrower. I'm going to set up my sub, ready to focus punch him, whatever the switching is. Just if he stays in there, it doesn't really matter. And then he flees, but it's alright. He had to go get his sister, so unfortunately we couldn't finish the match there. So we'll have a rematch soon. Cheers.